Namaste everyone. In today's video, I wanted to share with you some of the information I received from Master Sri Akashana, and I thought it's very helpful in terms of manifesting what we want and removing blockages. My name is Pria. I'm very passionate about sharing positivity and empowering others to live their life to their fullest. We're all creators. We have the capability to live our life the way we want. So let's make it beautiful together. Let's dive in. So you would have always heard people say, our thoughts is what creates our life. Whatever we have in our life, basically our thoughts would have somehow manifested it. So if our thoughts is what's going to be attracting, using law of attraction, it's going to be attracting what we want in our life, being able to manifest what we want, then why not keep it clean? Why not keep it pure so we can manifest it, whatever we want? But it's so normal for our brain to have millions of thought forms in a day and so much traffic that's like always tangled without even us knowing. It happens unconsciously sometimes, and all these traffic then blocks the manifestations that we want. And we have so many blockages through other means, such as our emotions, negative thought forms, fears, doubts, anxiety, anything negative. All that needs to be removed in order for us to remove the blockages of receiving what we want in our life. So there are a few tricks I wanted to share with you that I learned recently, and I'll put this in two parts because there's a lot of information. So this is part one of the video. The first thing that you should be doing is presence of mind. Really being in the moment, because most of our minds, if you think about it, is always thinking about the past. Either we're thinking, oh, why did this happen to me, or thinking about a situation that really frustrated you, and you think about it constantly, or you're thinking about something future, something that you want that's to be happening, but you're always in the future. But being in the present moment, using this energy in the present moment, is what will make things happen in the present moment. That's how you can attract things in the present moment. Otherwise, you're always living in the past or future and not living in the moment, and therefore not attracting anything in the moment. Everything is always going to be in time capsule from past to the future, and nothing in the present. So really learn to be in the presence of mind. One thing that you can use to be in the presence is really use your breathing technique. Anytime you really have to observe yourself, and you can do that for a week at least, but every single day observe yourself, see where your mind is wandering, and anytime it's wandering, don't be harsh on yourself where you're like, oh no, it's happening again, because that's just creating more negative energy. Instead of that, be more of an observer and be more of a witness. Just witness it, know that you're going in the past or future, and bring yourself back. Every time you go to the past or future, just bring yourself back to the present, and you keep practicing through your breathing. Just focus on your breath, and when you focus on your breath, you're in the moment. So every time you drift away, just know that, witness it, come back. And when you keep practicing doing that on a daily basis, you will learn to be in the presence of moment. The second trick is to really show gratitude. Be in gratitude mode all the time. And that could be for anything. That just waking up and just having some gratitude, affirmations, that's not just enough, but that's definitely a great start. Like, you can start with the gratitude of whatever you're grateful for, including like your body, your mind, all the things that are functioning properly for you, all the things that have functioned for you, and if not functioning well right now, at least be grateful for what all the work that it had done for you all this time. So all these little things, for just really being grateful for every small little thing. Having that attitude of gratitude is really important. So just be in that gratitude mode. Number 3 is really removing yourself from people who are pulling you down. And I'm not saying, you need to get away from your family members if they are the one pulling you down, or get away from your friends if they're pulling you down. It's not, because sometimes they really do that out of love, because they care for you and they don't want to see you hurt, and they don't know the unknown, so they're afraid for you. So instead of, I'm not saying remove yourself physically, but know where you stand and stand up for yourself and be very strong. Even if you can't speak up about it, just kind of tune them out and know what you want in your life and know where you're going. And that itself is a great start. But in general, if you can remove yourself physically, and be really strong with what you want, then that's great. Number 4 is knowing the purpose, knowing the why. The why really gives you a really good reminder of why you're putting all this effort, why you want this thing really badly, why you want it to manifest this. It could be either, you want to help your family members, or you want to start traveling, whatever it is. When you know the why behind all that, then there's a greater purpose, and you can really align your energies to that, and constantly reminding yourself about that will align your energies to the manifestation much more easily, because you'll create greater emotions when you know the why, and the emotions will then create more energies, movement of energies, and therefore you'll align yourself with that. The last thing I want to share today is having a clean environment. A lot of spiritual people really emphasize on environment, and it's very helpful to know why it's important, because everything holds energy. Your bed, your room, your chair, things that you use, everything holds energy. So you want to make sure even your thought forms have energy. So when you're sitting there, and if you're in a room where you're constantly having these negative emotions, or crying, or all these negative energies, then you want to make sure the environment is constantly cleaned. And that's not just the physical cleaning, but you can use sages or incense to clean energetically as well. Obviously a clean space is important physically, but then after that also use sages and incense to clean the energy in that room, especially if you're using that room for manifestations, meditations and all that. It's really important to have a clean room. Usually a lot of people who meditate tend to have an incense going, because sometimes our thoughts, even when we want to start meditating, if you're not really good at it, if you're just a beginner, then your mind is still wandering around, and that incense will clean the impurities. So it's important to use that. I hope this video was helpful for you. I'm only listing 5 today, because I don't want this to be a longer video, but next video I'll definitely list the other 5 that I have learned as well. But please start using this and let me know if this is helpful, and share this video with others. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and click the notification button. And I'm very determined to creating weekly videos for you guys to empower you to live the best version of you. Until then, namaste.